day 6. Before we get started, I do want to show you guys an example of what I do with the game cover arts. This is probably the 6th or 7th box that I have going. All the others looks like an older one. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's cool. There is this little charging station for something, and it was in a bag where this was. So if you guys know what this is, please comment below and let me know. I have no idea what that is. Here is a Forza Motorsport 3. Looks like a collector's edition. Obviously, whatever was here and here is missing. It would have been pretty cool if it was there, but what is this? Oh, it's Xbox 360. Couldn't tell because this was actually solid black. That's pretty cool, but yeah, we have this special case going on. They do have a sticker there, which kind of sucks, but here's a Nintendo DS XL, and it has the usual on the inside, which is all your paperwork and Club Nintendo points to register it. I'm going to go ahead and register that. I believe they give you 160 points for consoles, so I did register a DS Lite. I don't remember how many points, so this will be my first DS XL. I should go inside it. Anyway, so here's just more. Here's PlayStation 3 artworks. Here's some that are pretty cool, like this Max Payne. We had Battlefield Company. Here's limited editions. Here's 1. Here's 2. This has some stains on it. Here's Max Payne, Resident Evil 5. These were in mint condition. It's just the booklets just had stickers on them that I don't want to deal with anymore. Here's the manuals. So we go ahead and save those for later on. Now here's cases that were in mint condition, and that's why I kept the cases. I'm going to take out the artwork like usual, put them with the rest, and now I have, I'm going to leave that limited edition alone though. And then I will have replacement cases for my Xbox collection that I'm going to start building. Here's I'm showing you what you find, good or bad, shitty or not. All this stuff I can and I do utilize. That's why I took it. That's why I showed you. If you have any questions as to certain things I took, or if you want to know what I do with it, comment below. You might not think of certain things that I do or whatever. Like certain things, like this inside artwork, I was able to flatten a couple of these out, pretty much so you couldn't tell there was a crease there. And what you do is you put 2, 3 of them together, and you get a picture frame, measure it, get a border, and you surprisingly have a very, very sharp looking picture for your game room. Certain ideas like that. It's a good way to recycle these if you're not. Because listen, if I get 50 of these, there's no way in the future Uncharted 3 you're going to need, 50 people who need this one cover. Especially with sports games, you're not going to have that many people. I mean, you might, but guys, when I was taking this down, I noticed this Motorsport. I noticed a code. Go ahead and there's a little freebie. I don't know how many people are going to want this game add-on download. Pause it for the code right there. There's a pretty clear shot of it. And then for how to, what to, I don't know. There's how to redeem it. With this Darksiders, there's this greatest hits, but the reason I took them was the regular one is really neat looking. I mean, look at that. And there's 3 of them, but that's the regular black label. That's pretty cool. Alright guys, this is just great because I'm going to be moving out of state, and at the end of this month or maybe next month, but I am moving out of state, and to find something like this, brand new, this was literally right on top of a dumpster full of bubble wrap and styrofoam in garbage bags, clear garbage bags. So this is an amazing find. It is in mint condition, except for 2 things wrong with it. The first is this handle was bent. I straightened it back out, and it's pretty much stuck in this position, which me and my buddy were just joking. It's literally the perfect position you need to wheel it. Now, this is a really nice one. The second thing wrong with it is that. Okay? Now, this is what happened. They probably cut something open, either a box or maybe they come in bags or whatnot. Now, they cut it, so now they got to throw it away. You know what I mean? And when they threw it away, the way they threw it in the dumpster, it looked as if this was extended, and it bent in two places. This part bent when it's up. There's a bend. I don't want to pull it out because it's a pain in the ass. But there's a bend there, and then there's a bend down here. Now this is $120. Let's see. I got too much glare there. Let's wait until the glare. Yep, $120. It was on clearance for $60. So it's on 50% off, and this other clearance tag is $40. So $120. And don't tell me they made a bunch of these and no one spent $120 on it. You know, there's people who paid $120 for this thing, and I found it in a dumpster all because it had a cut and the handle was broke. I'm gonna back up and get a real nice view because I just noticed I videotaped that whole last segment without looking, so I don't know how it came out yet. I just kind of held the camera and taped it. So here is a better close-up. Okay, guys, this is another one of those finds where that's why I do what I do type of finds. Now here's a little something for myself. Somebody had thrown these. This isn't from a store. This is a person. They had thrown it. They took it to a Goodwill. I know a Goodwill that I guess they have too much stuff because they just start throwing things in dumpsters, and I'm going to show you they clearly didn't look at what they had. So this is a dive out of a Goodwill dumpster, and the reason I went to this Goodwill dumpster to begin with was because I was speaking to the lady when I was buying a video game there on a pickup, and they actually throw away Nintendo systems. So there's a Goodwill where I live that throws away Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Super NES. So any retro collectors out there, they've definitely thrown away, you know what I mean, their fair share already. But from now on, I will be checking to rescue these retro systems. I don't even care if they're broken. I want to rescue them. You know, I don't care. Here's a plate. Nothing wrong with it. It's a Six Flags plate. I'm sure there's a collector out there who would want that. Now, it was in this box, which doesn't make sense. I mean, I know they are Warner Brothers, but it just seems like the collector's limited edition wouldn't be a Six Flags plate. So I'm assuming that something's missing out of there. Now, here's a really nice find because it actually came in pieces. When they threw it in, it was all jumbled, and I'm surprised this didn't break. Here's a certificate of authenticity, which is great to find with something like this. But it's a Disney plate. And I looked it up. It's probably only like a $20 plate, but everyone loves Disney. And I absolutely am one of those collectors where I probably will never collect a Disney piece. However, if no one takes this off me, I wouldn't mind that being in my collection. That's something I could pass down to my daughter. I don't like Disney. Just don't like them. I like some of the movies they do, but as far as the old classics, I just feel like it's so hyped up as, you know what I mean? Like, everything Disney did back in the day is amazing. Bambi and Beauty and the Beast and Cinderella, and I think they are what they are. They're old-ass cartoons that have nostalgic feel to it. It doesn't make it classics for the newer generation. They don't care. Alright, and then the last thing on that day was another wash rag. This was all rolled up and packaged. I unpackaged it to show you. So this is a wash rag. And then we have pillowcases. Now, it was pillowcases that went in sets. I took them out of their sets. They had missing pieces, so they were all brand new in containers and shit. I did drop this and step on it, though, so that's my fault. But and then the rest of these are body pillowcases. So they're the big ones, you know, and I like this green color here, so I'm going to keep that for myself and get a body pillow. But yeah, I don't know how many times we've had guests over, you know what I mean, and you just need things like extra pillowcases in case things get spilled, especially if you got kids. I got a 4-year-old. Things like this come in handy. And speaking of a 4-year-old, guess what happened? My daughter had an accident. She had a nightmare, and she wet the bed, and we were just in the middle of doing laundry, or at the end of the laundry cycle, so we didn't have another bed sheet.
to put on the bed, and guess what? The night before, I had cleaned a bed sheet that I found dumpster diving that was in the package, brand new. Someone stole the pillowcases or whatever have you, and we put that bed sheet on as a spare, and it was perfect. It was another one of God's gifts. You know, a small one, but still one that I recognize and appreciate. So here's another find. Thank you, guys.